Who all do we have in here?
Everyone.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Five,
Holy crap.
6.
Trip, are you going to
Everybody
be able
chill.
to play today, or are you just hanging out?
I don't know. Is it gonna be heavy on combat? I got some stuff I need to do.
It will be heavy on interactions. Maybe not necessarily combat.
Alright, I'm out of here.
I don't know then.
Okay. Well, we can say that you're tagging along for stuff and kind of figure it out as you go. I don't see a Kil'kash in roll 20. I don't see a
Oh,
Thorn
shit.
in roll 20.
It's been so long, I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know if you were doing anything special we shouldn't see, so I didn't click into the actual game yet.
Yeah, that's your reason.
While we're getting that loaded and while I finish my sandwich, could some folks from the heist group kind of... there's been a lot of text back and forth about like what kind of happened, but if y'all wouldn't mind giving a shout out to kind of what's happened the last couple sessions. Don't all volunteer at once.
Say it's been 2 sessions? Or is it 3?
I think
I think just 2.
2?
The one we went around everyone, and the other one we did the library.
Well, this is Ava's mission. I don't know, I'm trying to remember. It was like Ava had this mission from the Zentarum, and she had to follow up on leads with people who were suspected of working with the cultists. Myself and Squeeb tagged along while Ava interrogated some of the suspects. So, first was the item smuggler, Dahlia, who I met and Kil'kash would know as well. That was in the cultist festival. She admitted that she was approached by cultist members, but she refused to work with them. And she also provided that Dorwin Swiftspark was part of the cult.
Acting as security for the cult.
Yeah. She gave some inside info on the administrative section at the Great Mage Library in City Hall. The second was a merchant. I just remember the name Kettle. He's a magic man who admitted that he probably sold magic items to cultists, but he had no idea who the cultists were among the customers. The third one was some merchant named Valkyria, and she decided to turn on us. So she attacked the party, and she was working with the cultists. She was defeated, she was robbed, and she gave out some info that Dorwin was contracted for security and known for making constructs, and she made deliveries to Fizzband's holding company and provided times for deliveries. Ava, you want to take it away for last session?
Sure. Okay, with that information about having to get it'd be good to get a blueprint of the building. And we learned that the administrative section of the library would have it. We headed there. When we arrived, we stumbled upon Growlo and had a little chit chat. Learned the weakest link for the administrative guys was this really heavy drinker. Half orc, I think he was. And
That's right.
yeah, he drank a lot, and he's there drinking and reading books. So we came up with this plan. I would attempt to seduce him to get to steal the key off of him. And if that didn't work, we had sent somebody else in.
Sent Squeeb in case he was gay, just to seduce him after.
And then we would send Thesera in animal form in case he was into animals.
It was this guy
Yeah.
that I can't remember what I named.
I thought it was Bardoon or not Bardoon. Was it something else?
I think that's right. Bardoon sounds right.
It sounds pretty good. Seduction failed.
Love books and
He
beers.
only likes books and beer. So he ran away after I got him really drunk. And we followed him. Thesera transformed to a cat and ran out with a book. He followed the cat with the book into an alleyway and kind of knocked him out. We mugged him, grabbed the key. I may have grabbed something else from him that I will not return. And disguised as him, we went back, returned the book, and snuck into the administrative section. We grabbed the blueprint, which triggered a trap. One of these giant statues came to life and attacked us, and we just kind of like passively fought and ran away. And we got caught when we left. There was a lot of noise. And we just fled the scene. But we have the blueprint.
Sorry, I was still muted from munching on my sandwich. Indeed, you did. You guys were able to get the blueprint successfully. We tried to start doing some stuff kind of on the back end, just in messages in terms of like, because y'all are essentially on a clock, if y'all recall. I think you've got something around like 10 days left before I think the merchandise is being moved or something like that. So you still have some time before you need to begin the heist. So y'all were planning on doing some investigation of the building. I think y'all talked about like potentially scoping it out and whatnot. I haven't shared any of the blueprints and stuff yesterday. I started sending some information yesterday, but understand that came late. Sorry, work's been ridiculously crazy. Good news, might be getting a promotion soon.
Yay.
But outside of that, no, got that to y'all pretty late. So I figured today what we'll do is do a lot of that investigation, and depending on how far along y'all get with that, potentially beginning the heist kind of into the first phase of breaking in, figuring out where you're going, and kind of what the main things you need to do to get to the next step in your heist are going to be. Sound fair enough?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so I have two maps. Essentially, the blueprints that y'all have showed the different floor plans for 2 floors of Fizban's holding company, and provided you with nice little labels and everything for like what rooms are what. But then you also found that there was a note that one of the blueprints for apparently several bottom floors have been removed upon request, and it gives some specific regulation of Waterdeep as to sort of the policy that was put in place. But it seems like somebody was ahead of y'all and asked for certain pieces of information to be redacted or removed from this public archive. So, from what you can tell on the blueprints you see, there's a main floor and then a second floor. And the second floor, essentially part of it, looks down over the main floor. But then you also see that there's a magical lift on the main floor, as well as some stairs leading downwards. But beyond that, you don't actually see, like, the information on what is below the bank has been hidden from you all.
Mm.
So I can take y'all to those maps and just kind of point it out if that's helpful, or if y'all want to ask questions about the outside of the building, or if y'all want to like roleplay going into the building as like a normal customer, y'all tell me what you want to do and I'll provide info that way.
Is there a water thing running in your background walls?
Yeah, can you hear that? It's the cat's fountain.
I had a feeling it would. I just been curious.
Okay. I assume you can only hear it when I talk, because it doesn't look like my mic's picking it up otherwise.
Yeah, even then it's very, very faint. It's just I notice
Because I
small
don't hear
details.
it.
I didn't hear
But
it.
I also have the music of the Roll20 pretty loud.
Yeah. I don't know, do you even want to risk going as a customer just so that they know our faces, kind of thing?
Mm.
I'd like to think you're the expert in heists, Ava,
Oh.
so...
Well, it's not bad to go in person to take a look to see, at least get a glimpse of the inside, so you can kind of conclude some things. You can also get a look at the security, how well equipped they are, and you can make a few assumptions based off of that.
Do you think you should disguise yourself if you want to take a quick look? Or is it even worth a disguise?
So, on the front of the building, by the entrance, there's rune carvings. Are we able to determine what those are for?
If y'all wanted to go and take a look, you could certainly do some kind of Arcana check or something like that.
Yeah. I just don't want it to be like
As a reminder, this is kind
a
of
dispel
in
magic
general what the
sort of
building
thing.
looked like. Okay, so as a group, are y'all all going to the Fizzbands Holding Company? I think I sort of role played that the group was heading in the direction, but just want to make sure I don't make y'all do something you don't want to do.
Who's all coming up to the front of the building to take a look?
I guess I'll take
Cool.
a look with you.
Can the two of y'all give me an Arcana check then?
Can I have a fantasy?
Let's see what's
I mean, you're
my...
gonna have to roll again if you want it, if you want to use inspiration. Which, by the way, for the two of y'all doing your summaries, both y'all do get a point of inspiration.
24.
Oh well,
She got it.
yeah.
Not me.
With Thesera's 24, you look up at the sort of engravings above the door here, and while they're not entirely familiar to you, given your druidic background, you can recognize some of the sort of shapes and symbols remind you of some of the things that you saw back in your training up in the forest in the north, that were meant to sort of dispel or ward magic.
Yeah. I had a feeling they would probably have like a dispel magic of sorts. So you couldn't use like disguise self or mage hand to steal stuff or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay, disguises will not work. That would have been really embarrassing.
A good thing we found that out now.
As y'all are sort of standing there, I'll just give you some color as well. You're sort of looking around, and I'm gonna assume this is like during normal business hours, so that y'all would fit in a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, there's a ton of people walking around. This seems to be a very, very popular bank. You can see a variety of different merchants, sort of wealthier people around. As I said in the description, seeing a lot of like mercenaries, protection, guard as well, given the amount of wealth that's kind of circulating this area. Inside, you can see as y'all are looking up the doors, you can see that there seems to be sort of what y'all identified on the blueprint as sort of the main hall of the bank where the normal day-to-day folks walking in are kind of doing their business, and a few guards are posted at the door. At this point, they haven't noticed y'all suspiciously. I mean, y'all have only been standing there for, let's call it maybe a minute or two, just looking at stuff. Probably just think you're tourists. But they do seem to have a stationed guard, not only outside the building, but as you might guess, probably indoors as well.
How well equipped is the guards outside?
The folks at the door seem to be town guards from Waterdeep. So, given that you're in the city of Waterdeep, they seem to have some magical items on them, but largely just seem like kind of your everyday town guard.
Okay.
Sword, shield, chainmail kind of stuff.
I was gonna say, is it like heavy metal armor or like leather?
The guys posted up out here are just sort of your basic chainmail. Some have leather mail, I would say, walking around, but nothing that catches your eye as like super expensive or powerful.
Okay. Okay.
Should we take a look inside and pretend to be like a customer?
We can, yeah.
Or just continue as tourists, like, oh my god, look at that, I've never seen that before.
Take a picture. Click, click. Yeah, we could kind of be tourists. We can say we're from Baldur's Gate, come to explore the town.
Sure. Does everybody want to head in there with them?
All
All right. I will say the guards, as they spot Kil'kash go in with his battle axe, just give him sort of a nod and look at him. They're like, "Please, sir, don't cause any trouble."
Just because I got an axe on my back and everything else, I'm going to cause trouble?
Oh,
That's
no, sorry, sir.
discrimination.
It's just, can tell, we've seen our fair share of adventurers. If I had to guess, you're sort of the angry fighter type. You're, of course, welcome as a customer. Just wouldn't want any disturbances or anything like that.
I don't plan on it, unless someone
Okay.
gives me a reason to.
Lovely. As they sort of scan y'all over as you're looking to go in, they say, weapons are welcome here. We have a number of adventurers that are escorting various merchants and whatnot. Should anybody unsheath a weapon, however, you will be submitted to immediate detainment and arrest for unknown periods of time, depending on the offense.
Okay.
Are they afraid
Anyways.
of my staff?
I would probably say so, given that this is Waterdeep. They know enough magicians that, like, sometimes a staff is a staff, and sometimes a staff is a sign of somebody who's, like, a wizard or a druid or something.
A nerd.
Especially since you now have, what is it, what's your staff called?
It was like Staff of the Arctic.
Yeah, it's like all frosted over and kind of glowing with magical power. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're scared of that.
I would be.
So yeah, they definitely take notice of y'all as y'all enter, but it seems that your presence isn't entirely unusual. With that, I think I already moved y'all over here. You enter the main floor of Fizzbands. Definitely. There we go. So in Fizzbands, and y'all, I'll just say y'all will recall from having studied the blueprints like the night before or something like that. You know that this is sort of the main area you've entered down here, where you see a number of different customers bustling back and forth as they slowly put themselves into line for the various teller windows that they've got set up here. So they've got essentially 5 teller windows set up here. Over to the right, you can see what you know to be sort of the door that'll lead to a meeting room, as well as a bathroom down here.
Oh, Thorn's already in the bathroom.
Thorn runs straight to the restroom. Because I got to take care of something. I hear that water running in the background.
Vroom.
Got an oil leak.
Right.
You see as it dribbles across the floor.
Stealth speed.
No.
Y'all seem to notice as you're in here, there seem to be a couple people similar to y'all that are in line to store magical items, gold, whatever it is with the bank. But largely it's like merchants and what seem to be nobles. You also see sort of a line of different adventurers and guards just sort of in the corners or leaning up against the walls as they wait for their clients to finish their business here.
Okay.
Where is Growlo at this moment?
I'm going to say, since he's not an active part of the heist currently, at least y'all haven't asked him to be, that he's probably back in the library doing studying again.
Back to the books, he said.
Y'all can ask him for help, of course, but y'all haven't brought him in yet. He's aware of the heist, but y'all didn't specifically ask for help.
Yeah.
Well, I got the ring on in case we do need his help with anything, but for now, I guess we're just gonna scan the location. Just anything noticeable, and just guards' positions.
Sure. Do you want me to go ahead and flag the rest of the locations on this floor? Would that be helpful? Or do y'all want to just look at the current areas you're in? The former?
The former.
Okay. As stated, where I'm pinging now, which let me know, y'all can see the pings, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. That's sort of a meeting room over here. It's just labeled as a general meeting room. You can sort of guess, but also from the blueprints, you know that this is sort of just the teller service area. So these are kind of, these little 5 things are just windows essentially that lead to the different tellers. And you see them sort of bustling back and forth between their windows. And they seem to be exiting through a door back here. You know that that door leads to what's just kind of called the holding area, which is where you can enter from the back door that was told to y'all by, was it Dahlia? No, I think it was the other one that told y'all, right? About the business dealings that were going on. Essentially, there's this back door that they've labeled as sort of the VIP slash sort of like staff entrance. So this is where the staff comes in. This is where they welcome in VIPs. It's also a significantly larger entrance, as sometimes they'll have to bring in extremely large magic items into this area. Just south of that, they've got a VIP seating area where essentially VIPs can be brought in, give them a special area to relax in before they potentially have their own entrance into the meeting room. To the north of the holding room, right when you come in, I didn't have time to find the magic portal for this, but this is where the magical lift was that I mentioned. So it's like right off the main entrance. You can go magical lift here. Next to the magical lift is what was labeled as the vault room. So that's indicated there. This large room here is just sort of a staff room, just for them to spend their downtime in. Here is a staff bathroom. And then here is the stairs going up. Here are the stairs going down. Do you want me to go ahead and flip to the top floor as well, or go ahead and explore where you are?
Top floor would be nice, personally.
Okay. Top floor, you'll have to forgive me. Stairs are really ugly in this program I was using. Frankly, the reason I'm late is I was trying to use another program to do this, and I couldn't get it to work. So we went with this instead. So this is essentially where the stairs were before. You would come up one side, sort of go up against the wall, and then come out of it in the other. This large room is just sort of a seating area, walking area, just sort of lounge kind of area. I'll start all the way to the south here. This was labeled as the security room. This big thing here. And essentially, if you notice the shape of this upper floor, it's set so that it has windows against its southern wall that overlook into the main lobby of the bank, so that they can always be looking down on the customers to see if there's anything bad going on. Between security and the stairwell is what's labeled as the magical identification and security room. So these are going to be the services where people bring in an unknown item, they can identify it, value it, things like that. But also there's sort of the magical security force that helps ensure that the runes out front are maintained, as well as like things like the magical lift or any magical locks in the facility. Finally, over in this corner, you have what's noted as the administration offices. This is where sort of the higher up administrative employees will have their offices. And then finally in the corner, there's listed like a CEO suite.
It's like a bed made of money.
Yeah. Just rolling in the dough, literally. So that's where the owner of the bank, or the current manager, like highest level manager of the bank, his office is. And then directly from that room, as well as there's a door for an access from sort of the seating area. You have what's labeled as the VVIP room, the very, very important person room. And actually it's labeled on the blueprints that, similar to how security have sort of like tinted windows that they can look down into the customers, this room not only has a bunch of seating and tables in it and whatnot, but it also has a see-through window that actually looks down upon the meeting room below. So that is all y'all got from the blueprints. In terms of what kind of security measures might be in place on the doors or things like that, or what kind of people would be expected to be walking around the different areas, that you're going to have to figure out by exploring, talking to people, observing, things like that.
Alright.
Okay.
Hear me out. How about we suggest that Kil'kash gets a job here, and then he's part of the staff. And then we use him as the inside man.
He has a better chance of being arrested.
Alright, well, there's a plan. Someone can apply for a job here at the bank.
Who's good with numbers?
Thesera, because I don't trust Aveline, because she would steal all the money.
Hey, you don't know that.
We know that. We've been in your dreams.
Shit. That is true. That birthday wish. Whew.
It's all gone.
My 5 million coins.
Is there any
Sunny, I'll say-
explanation as well?
Sorry, go ahead.
Just for like how the three of them just joined us randomly.
We can, roleplay that however y'all want. I'll say y'all started your heist adventure, let's call it a day or two before them.
Hi.
And y'all came back and were like, hey, we kind of got work to do over here if y'all are interested. And they're like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm going to say, for the sake of the story, so that like we can still move into some of that content, Leison has said essentially that the Harper's Guild will be tracking the carts now that y'all have tracked them to here. They're going to track them further north, thanks to y'all identifying the different cultist carts and whatnot.
Before we get too deep into the thick of it, do I still have that medium armor from the guild that we had talked about like 4 years ago?
Yeah, if you prefer to have it.
Medium.
For context, Void's character just kind of like consumes or like assumes on the armor that he would be wearing. It becomes part of him. The heavy armor he had before had great AC, but it gave you disadvantage on all stealth checks. So instead, we just talked about, okay, well, given your relationship with the Harper's Guild, like they're happy to just exchange different types of armors with you. But they're not just going to give you armor. So like they'll take the heavy off your hand and give you a medium armor in exchange. So that rule applies to anybody. If anybody ever wants to change out armor.
Can we get better armor?
You can
No.
trade down, but not up.
Yeah.
It's okay. I
Do you
think my
remember
armor's-
what we decided on, Wells, for that?
Might have been scale mail. You'll have to look at the different armor types. I think we gave you the one with the best AC we could that didn't have disadvantage on the checks.
Okay,
By
that
best, I mean
was-
of the normal types.
That would be breastplate then.
Okay.
Boob
Thank you.
plate.
I just need to
Indeed.
figure out how to add that in my
Booby
character
plate.
sheet now.
Okay. Sony, you had said I think before we started exploring the rest of the room, like if there was anything in particular you noticed around.
Yeah.
I'll say there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd say there's like 4 kind of broad groups you see in here. Obviously, there's just the normal clientele. There's people you would guess that are, kind of look like y'all in a variety of different sort of battle armors, have different types of weapons and things like that you would assume to be adventurers like yourselves that are either here as being hired on security or using the bank services themselves. There's the tellers and some other people, excuse me, that all seem to be sort of wearing a similar uniform that you would guess are sort of the basic administrative staff. And unlike the guards outside, you actually see that there's a group of people that are carrying weapons and magic items that have a similar crest on them to the administrative staff. But clearly, these people are more combat trained than there to like take people's money. Well, maybe they'll take your money in a different way, but what you would guess to be sort of the bank security staff. So in this area, I would say, particularly the room y'all are in, it's largely just clientele.
I don't suppose we can get into the other back rooms unless we have a staff member escort us.
That would be right. Yeah. From time to time, you see, again, staff members through the teller window. You can sort of see them going into the back area. And it seems like there's security staff that are guarding the main entrance to the meeting room.
Anyone have any ideas? Are we able to discuss this without being like obvious?
I would say if you're discussing ideas of
How to rob
how
the
to
bank?
break into the
Yeah.
bank, then you probably should leave.
Yeah.
We can just say y'all leave. I'm not going to change the map or anything, but
Yeah, we'll step back outside. Thorn's still in the bathroom.
he'll catch up.
We just left him there.
Okay.
So I wonder how this will work. Okay. So we have a favor from a high-class mage in Waterdeep. Back from the birthday event.
Mhm.
I wonder if we could use him to get us in a little bit further. Assuming he uses the bank. Freaking cat. No, stop that.
That is certainly an idea. Is that something you'll want to pursue? And we'll say like, hey, that night y'all go and try and find him, or like for the rest of the day y'all try and locate him. You've got more than a week left, so I think burning a day wouldn't be the worst thing.
Whatever the group thinks.
What do you mean a favor?
Back from during the little birthday event.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to roleplay. Just
Oh, well, you see, back in this It wasn't a dream. Actually, it kind of was a dream, but at the same time, it wasn't a dream. It was really weird. A high-class mage lost control of a genie, and we ended up defeating it, so it didn't hurt anybody else. So he kind of owes us a favor.
And you have any way of contacting him?
He did, upon leaving, he sort of gave you essentially what would be his address in Waterdeep if y'all ever wanted to track him down.
Yep, I have his address. I think we just kind of show up at his house, be like, "Yo, it's time to pay up."
Cool. Y'all want to go for it?
I agree with the plan
Sure.
too. I guess it's the best we got.
Let's go visit Mr. Wizard.
Cool. Are y'all going to head there all as a group?
Sure.
Thorn's gonna stay in the bathroom.
I'm pooping.
He's waiting until closing time.
Maybe they'll
Hey,
forget
that's a
about him.
strategy to break in too. This guy's been shitting for hours. He's never gonna stop.
He's giving birth.
Just shuts down the bank. Everybody goes home, and he's just still in the bathroom.
I thought that guy was a warforged.
Didn't think they had to do that. Okay,
I have
I'll just say I don't think he had a name, so we'll just say that
No.
you'll show up to his house in
Mr.
Waterdeep,
Mage.
and a servant sort of accepts y'all. Here's your explanation. He goes, yes, that was quite troublesome. I recall that. He had said that a few adventurers helped him out, so if y'all would just mind waiting here in the lobby, I'll go fetch him and bring him down in a moment. And he returns into the house, and a few minutes later, indeed, the mage that y'all had assisted before comes down and says, adventurers. I didn't expect to see you all so soon. What is it that I can help you all with?
So soon. How long has it been?
It's been like 3 days, maybe.
Whoa.
3 days there, Ty.
Time flies when you're, not having fun, I guess.
Fighting genies.
Be funny if we got to the wizard and it was just Growlo. He turned around.
Growlo takes off a mask and goes, surprise.
Surprise with me all along, suckers.
We have a favor to ask. Ava.
Whoa, I got
well,
there with something.
certainly. I said I'd do whatever I could to help y'all while you're in the city. So, what is it that y'all would request of me?
Do you do any banking at Fizzband's holding company?
I do. Yes, it's one of the largest banks in Waterdeep. So, certainly, I do. I have several acquaintances who do as well. Actually, have a sort of business account with them.
Okay. I don't know how to ask this without coming off as
Can we have
Hey.
your banking information?
exactly.
Social security number and date of birth, please.
Yeah,
Wizard
really.
ID.
We need all of it. That's your favorite. That's the favor we need.
What is it? Are y'all looking to become customers with the bank as well?
Yeah, we're looking. How does one become a high class member, like a VP, VIP?
Oh, fairly simple.
Vice
It
president.
requires a letter of introduction, either from an administrator in the city or somebody else who's already a VIP member, as well as the promise to deposit at least 15,000 gold pieces over the next year of membership with them.
Whoa. Do you know any VIPs?
Oh yes. Sorry, when I mentioned my business account there, we do well over 15,000 a year in deposits with them each year.
So you're a VIP?
Indeed, I am.
Anybody got 15k clams?
No.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. It's just a sort of a promise to do it over the year, and if you fail to do so, you'll lose your VIP status. But many folks are just starting businesses, and will sort of just indicate that, they expect their business to do at least that much in the year.
Sounds like we need to come up with a business idea to present to the board of business.
I'm sure you all are adventurers, and seeing that you took down a genie, I wouldn't be surprised if they would just want to hear of some of your exploits to determine whether or not they think it's worth the risk of partnering with you.
Genie Extermination Squad.
GIS.
Yep.
Would you all like a letter of recommendation? Is that what y'all came to ask for?
Yes, that would be very helpful. And then we can set up a VIP account.
Oh, well, certainly. That's the least I can do. Give me just a moment, and I'll write something up for you all. And he heads back up the stairs, and he returns with the servant in a minute. And the servant hands you over a letter with a wax seal on it.
Are we in his house, or are we like outside on his door begging?
No, y'all are like in his
We're begging.
the main entry hall or like lobby of his home. And he explains to you all, yep, they should recognize this seal as being authentic, and this accounts that I'm vouching for you all as potential VIP customers of the bank.
Are there any other requirements?
Nope, just the two I mentioned. Having a recommendation again from either a city councilor or an existing VIP member, as well as again the promise of contributing 15,000 gold in deposits over the next year.
Would who's the primary holder? Is it all of us?
That's up to you all. However, you would like to set up your account.
Okay. All right.
We'll just take that to one of the tellers in the front, and they should take you into the meeting room where you can then meet with some of the higher level administrative folks, and they'll get you all squared away.
All right. You are no longer indebted to us. Thank you.
Thank you for your favor and for the letter of recommendation.
Of course.
It was nice knowing you, sir.
Hope this works out well for you all. Thank you again for helping me with my troubles.
Hopefully you're not experimenting with more genies.
Hopefully you keep the genie locked up.
Certainly not. No, you definitely don't see him like rubbing a pot behind his back or something.
I barge past him.
All right. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yes, we'll
Goodbye.
go back to the bank. Got our letter.
Well, assume that took y'all most of that day, so the next day y'all return to the bank.
Holy crap, that robot's still shooting.
He's still in there.
Can't get it out.
You give him birth in there, get out.
Did he learn
Does anybody
anything?
have a robot enema?
Oh.
It's just called an oil change.
Did he learn anything while staying the night there in the bathroom?
Hear any weird noises
Do
in there?
you want to actually roleplay being in the bathroom all night?
I heard a lot of important
Oh,
information
fuck out,
in the
I need to
meeting
take a
room
shit.
next to me.
When you'll arrive, there's a very angry security guard who's been waiting all night, slamming on the door, going, God, will this guy leave, please? I'm so
Thorn,
tired.
I have more dreadlocks.
Dreadlock.
He opened the door.
The security guard tries to explain, sir, you can't stay in there overnight. Please, not again. Just please, sir, if you're going to do business here, do your business and go.
I'm trying. I can't get it out.
How much is a brand new door?
I mean, yeah, I assume you're already out at this point.
No.
When you were tempted with the dreadlock offering, you cracked open the door and the security guy kicked you out.
Poor security guard. He's
get
really
out.
holding it in.
Okay, gotta go again. 'Cause
Thorn, you're an idiot.
Oh my gosh.
Did
Okay.
you?
As you
Matt,
can see,
I'm
it's
taking one of your
quite
dreadlocks.
busy again today. But within a few minutes, you're able to wait in line and get to the front of one of the teller's booths.
It's Thesera opening the bank account too.
Yep.
Thesera, get over here. Holy crap, that was fast.
I was here the whole time.
Holy crap, who spawned behind me?
Smells like toilet water.
Kil'kash, Ray, are you joining the bank account or are you guarding the door?
You guys got any lollipops?
Even better, they've got magic snow cones.
Can I have one, please? Please? Please?
Damn.
Sure.
Ew,
Yes.
yellow.
I
That's
go on
magical.
my chair. I enjoy
Yeah,
my
do
snow
you,
cone.
do you ask for a specific flavor or?
I trust them. I just take whatever they give me and I go to my corner.
Okay, roll a d6 for me.
A
If it's piss or
D6.
not.
Ah, shit.
One is the forbidden yellow snow cone.
3. All of them are actually just they're just clear colored. It looks just like ice. But when you bite into it, you find the pleasant taste of lemon lime.
Yes.
No maple syrup flavor.
Ew. I'll
Damn.
throw that in the dumpster.
Wow.
Oof. Man, not Canadian.
In my hometown, that's a delicacy.
In the
Now,
forest
all
of the
you-
north.
Yeah.
All you piss off while I enjoy my
You
snow
just
cone.
put it right in the snow. It's outside. And then you put a stick on it.
All right, so who all is wandering up to the teller booth? At this point, the teller's just sort of looking at y'all as y'all are fidgeting around and sort of bumbling around, and they're like, "Ugh, adventurers." Excuse me. Next, what can I help you all with?
That bitch lucky I didn't hear that.
You're
like
too
to
busy
open an
licking
account.
your snow cone.
I have a letter of recommendation. We'd like to open a VIP account. And put the recommendation letter up there.
She seems a bit shocked as you slide the letter across, given y'all's sort of bumbling behavior since y'all entered the building. She assumed that y'all were just normal adventurers that were probably here to deposit like a few hundred gold pieces or something like that.
Bitch,
She
I'm
looks
broke.
down, sees the stamp, and goes, "Oh, very well. I'll go get somebody right away." And she leaves, and you see her go through this back door. Before eventually returning without the letter. And she says, "Oh, one of our officers will be down with you shortly. If you just go wait over by the meeting room door, security will let you in once they're ready."
Let me in. Let me in. I see that gold on that table. I smell it.
Is the whole group going in? Or do some people
I'm
want to
enjoying
stay
my
out and
snow
keep
cone.
the-
Don't rush
the
me.
account? Okay.
Thorn back in the bathroom.
Yeah, the security guy steps out only to see Thorn waiting to go again. He's like, "No, please, don't. No."
Sorry, sir. The toilet's broken.
Can I use the VIP bathroom?
No,
If you get approved as a VIP, maybe.
you weren't signed on as VIP.
Very important
You were
pooper.
stuck in the bathroom the whole night.
Okay, eventually security, whoever wants to go in, security sort of opens the door for you all and lets you in.
Gold. You guys see what I posted in memes? The bank teller saw.
Yeah.
Is Ray staying out with Kil'kash?
Yeah, making fun of him and stuff.
He said making fun of him.
Wait, can I roll for a snow cone too?
Yeah, sure.
Oh no.
Their actual flavor.
3.
Oh, I need to do the thingy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Is it at or exclamation point?
The
Roll.
slash.
Slash.
Frig, I get that wrong every time.
I did it and it says unrecognized command. Did I do the wrong way?
Do the
Slash
little
roll
side
is
slash
1d6.
R 1d6.
Oh, I typed it.
There you
Trip
go.
rolling out the legendary DF.
Damn.
D6 5. You got strawberry.
So you actually had that like written down and thought about.
Of course.
Okay.
Totally.
He's not just
Totally-
pulling it off the top.
Totally
of the
not making it up. Yeah, but similar to Kil'kash's, yours is just a central color, and you actually pay attention a little bit why they're making it. This is a fun thing y'all can ever do if you're doing any more D&D. You get a number of cantrips. I think it's shape water and prestidigitation. Shape water allows you to like form essentially like a small area of water. It also allows you to freeze it. And then you can use prestidigitation to make it taste like something. So they're using just a series of cantrips to essentially make like shaved ice.
What do I get?
I actually had the
A
shape
2?
water cantrip.
2 is you got cherry.
This is bullshit. I got the
Yeah.
most boring flavor.
You got
What?
Sprite. Be quiet.
I'll smack that snow cone right out of your hand.
It's like McDonald's Sprite. It's the good Sprite.
Crunchy.
Why is it spicy?
Okay. So the rest of y'all who go into the room, y'all go in and you notice that there's a very formal, older-looking dwarf in there who sort of welcomes you in and gestures to the seats around the table to sit down. You notice that he's wearing a similar uniform to the tellers outside, but around the logo of Fizzband's holding company, there's a sort of golden wreath climbing up either side of the logo. He looks to you all and goes, "Welcome, welcome. I hear that you all are here to apply for VIP membership."
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, very well. I assume, given that y'all talked to Master Hathorn, that y'all are aware of the conditions of acquiring a VIP membership.
Yes, we need our letter of recommendation and to deposit 15,000 within the year.
Indeed, indeed. So it is our duty, assuming, well, I guess I should ask, seeing that y'all seem to be some adventurers of note, do you all have 15,000 gold at this time?
Yes.
Not a. Huh?
Thorn's not in there. He's on the toilet.
He's
The-
just in there screaming, yes!
Yes! Somebody's banging on the door in the distance.
Uh,
Get out of there, sir. All right. Are you going to join them?
Yes.
Get out of here, poop robot.
So, do you all have the 15,000 gold pieces on you at this time? If not,
Uh,
it's no issue. Just if you don't have it, we need to, of course, discuss the way in which you all plan on earning that amount. And assuming it earns approval, then you all will be welcome to join as VIP members.
I don't believe we have the 15,000 at this point, but we are prestigious adventurers, and we do make plenty of gold just within a few days.
We're pretty close to that amount overall between all of us.
Oh, well, if you wouldn't mind, would you all be willing to give me some examples of your finances or potentially describing some of the deeds you all have accomplished?
Yeah.
Well,
We
thanks to
killed
our
a genie
the recommendation.
the other day. You know, it was a pretty high level genie. We also fought a phoenix. Yeah, that one was pretty rough.
Phoenix, you say?
Yep.
Huh. Here in Waterdeep.
Do you still have?
No, not in Waterdeep.
Do you have something to prove it?
Yes.
That's a lovely question. Do you have something to prove it?
I pull out my phoenix feather.
Oh, indeed. He sort of takes out a little monocle, or not a monocle. It's like one of those jeweler's telescope, microscope tools that they can use to sort of examine something at a very close distance. He says, "Oh, the flames coming off this are quite remarkable."
I don't let him get too close to it.
He sort of laughs as you pull back. He says, "Oh, no worries, my dear. We are holders of inventory, nothing more. We've no interest in the items themselves, as it were. But that is quite the fascinating find."
I put it back in my pocket. Actually, I put it back in its secret pocket.
It burns a hole in your pocket.
It just casually goes in between the just between the boobs, you know, that whole secret holding area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, secret holding area. It's a good thing.
It's like a nice little source of warmth. You can use it as a seat heater as well if you just put it in your back pocket.
It's a good thing I have fire resistance.
As it sears your skin.
Hmm.
No, I assume y'all all have your bags of holding, so that's just where y'all are storing stuff generally.
Yeah.
So he looks at that and he goes, "Oh, very well. Well, certainly this would be a valuable find and speaks to some of your combat experience." He turns to Squeeb and Thorn and goes, "You two seem to be of the burly type. Any particular feats of strength or combat that you two can speak of?"
Thorn.
Destroyed that toilet all night.
That was you. Well, I suppose we'll just have to take that potentially out of some of your dues for the next year, assuming y'all are to become members. Can't exactly arrest you for it, but it was rather shameful.
Very shameful indeed.
I don't know. Squeeb here is a great fighter, though. Plenty of stories. I know he seems dim-witted, but his muscles are quite big. He was taken down.
Let me tell you the great story of rat bread.
Do you want to tell him about that?
Yeah, there was this.
Give me, tell it, and if you tell it well enough, you might get advantage or something like that.
There was this dastardly merchant that was trying to cheat me and the good people out of the bread that they required.
Oof. And where was this merchant?
What was the name of the town? I didn't need the map. It was like in.
It's not so long ago that in game time that you would have forgotten it. So I assume you would have remembered.
In the great town of Wubbleton, I guess.
It wasn't Daggerford's on the main way.
Was it on? It was like a side town that we
It was
took.
like the first town we went to after we split.
I'm pulling it up. You can keep telling the story though.
Yeah, there's this dastardly merchant that was trying to cheat us out of the bread that we so needed and required after somebody lost all of our rations. And
Is it Burdusk?
I think so.
Burdusk. Yes, I remember now like it was yesterday.
Indeed, it was only a few months ago for you.
I have the money of the bank at my disposal. Or sorry, the money of the church at my disposal. There we go.
Isn't that illegal?
No.
As you're telling him the story, he's seems to be enraptured by your tale, and he's like, "Oh, these backwaters, no respect for merchandising."
Yeah. So we took care of him with verbal responses and gathering a crowd. You know, democracy and such.
Indeed, noble.
And we made him
Karen
change
haircut.
the course of his way.
Okay. Give me a performance check and we'll give you an extra +5 to it.
Performance +5, 11.
Okay. With 11, he just sort of nods his head and goes, "Oh, very well. It seems you all are of a noble nature indeed." And finally, he turns to Thesera and goes, "You're speaking on behalf of your friend here, but if I had to guess, you were some kind of mage yourself. Do you have any stories to share?"
Well, we've actually encountered creatures from hell itself.
Really, from the realm of hell.
Yeah.
How did that go for you all?
Uh,
It was,
what's the name? Dragonspear. We went to Dragonspear Castle, and there was a mausoleum that we entered, and within the mausoleum, there was a portal from hell that opened upon us, and these creatures, hellhounds, and a dragonborn from hell itself appeared, and we managed to fight them off.
Okay. Let me do a few things here. Your story, if y'all recall, the dwarves actually used to run Castle Dragonspear a long time ago. So I'll say he's particularly engaged in this story, and he seems extremely concerned about what he's hearing about some of the portals being active. And whereas before he was just sort of listening to you all and nodding, he's actively like sort of scribbling down notes as if like, hey, he's got to report on this later. Since he's so distracted, I will say, Aveline, I'm not even going to make you make a check for your weasel to get through, since like he's fully enraptured by this story. From looking around, you don't see like any vents or anything of the sort, but there is the door here that leads back to what you know is sort of like the VIP holding room.
Okay.
Or like seating room.
Yep.
So
I'll do that.
if you would like to like sneak him through the door, he can probably like squeeze under it.
I'd like to do that.
Okay. I guess in terms of order, do y'all want me to finish the engagement with the officer or go ahead and let the weasel run around for a bit?
The weasel. What are Ray and Kil'kash up to over there?
They're on snow cones number 2.
Huh?
You done, Kil'kash?
Huh?
You done?
Shut up.
Okay. I'm trying to hold him back, and he just keeps getting more and more snow cones.
Just dual fisting snow cones down his throat.
How about this? Since y'all haven't gotten to do much either. Is there anything in particular y'all would like to check out about the room? As a reminder, it's sort of a big open air area, but here above, or actually it would be here above where the teller booths are, you can see at the very top there seems to be like this tinted glass that seems to go from like probably 15 feet from the roof down, where you know from the blueprints that's the security offices looking down.
That's us. I have no idea what to do at this point, to be honest.
You don't have to do
Focused
anything.
on the snow
You don't.
cone.
Where are the
Is there
safety
anything-
deposit boxes?
Is there anything Ray would want to do?
I don't think so.
Okay. In that case, let's go to Weaselton.
Woo!
Is this your familiar that you
Yeah.
summoned?
I remember last time I had him, I turned him into a weasel at the library.
Okay.
To try and impress, and I got told put him away.
Sure.
Put that weasel away.
I was trying to think, what did I put him as? And I was like, was it a rat? Nope. Last thing I looked up was a weasel.
So we'll say he sneaks under this door. Now he's in what you know to be the VIP sort of seating room. It doesn't seem like there's anybody in at this time, but this door over at this end has been left open from where the administrator likely walked through before.
Okay. I'm just sorry, I got a cattail. Just going to. Oh, sweet.
Are you looking at the range where you can like see through?
Yeah,
its
where I
defenses?
can send them to. Well, that I can communicate with it and
Yeah,
see through it.
Here's Niska, your weasel.
Man, my weasel's buff. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna send them.
Oh, right.
As they're talking this, I'm just gonna. Ava's just gonna kind of like close her eyes and put her arms back, unless I can stare blankly ahead and share my senses with it. I'm going to summon control him. And yeah, we're gonna go through that door.
I'll just
I'm
keep
trying-
distracting with my story.
You look over at me and you see I'm
Yeah.
like
just zoned out. Not there.
just a little bit of drool's coming out.
Okay, either I've missed something or I can't remember how to do that. Can you just drop another version of yourself down there?
Of
that you can
course.
control?
Sorry, give me a sec. A cat just walked in front. Freaking cats.
Meow.
Boop. Sweet.
Cool. All right, so just take him wherever you would like.
All right, it's gonna come through this door.
Okay, as you go into that door, and you look in the room, you can see a little bit of activity, but largely it seems pretty calm. There's one person, a security guard, standing here in front of the vault. There's some security standing by the door here. And then you can also see this is sort of like a large iron grate. It seems to have a big padlock on it. This is like a safe door. So in terms of like places you can actively go, as a weasel, actually, you could probably fit through the grates here.
I was gonna say for this one was like an elevator, right?
Yep, arcane elevator.
And the second floor didn't show the elevator.
Correct.
So this has to go down even further.
That would be sound logic.
From my understanding of the building, this is the second entrance in.
Mhm.
And then this is where we would want to go for the heist.
Yep.
I'd like to look at this door. What kind of locking mechanic looks like it has?
It seems from the back that it seems to be like basic sort of padlock systems. Nothing too crazy.
Padlock.
Okay, I don't see any
Not a
runes.
padlock, like what's the thing? I think a deadbolt kind of stuff. There are runes encased around the edges of the door.
Okay. Can I figure out what that says?
Rats.
On the edge of the door.
Yeah, what the runes are.
Give me an Arcana check.
14.
You can only know that you notice some semblance of some semblance of the symbols you saw on the front of the bank.
So dispel magic. And probably something else. Something stronger. Okay.
Now give me a stealth check. Because there's a weasel in the middle of the room checking out the door.
Well,
and
there's a
security
pillar
standing around.
there. Stealth. Oh, wait.
This would be for your weasel stat block. I don't know
Right,
if
that's
it has
not
like
mine.
advantage or anything.
Yeah, stealth is +5. So it's a 1d slash roll. 1d20 +5.
I'll let you off there.
Sorry.
Okay. You are able to sort of successfully sneak around the pillars and such so that the security walking around doesn't notice you.
Okay. Alright. And with that, I'm gonna, assuming he's standing here, run up to this wall and run along the wall past him.
Okay, like behind it.
Yeah.
Fair.
So I'm not in visual range.
Mhm.
Do I need a stealth check for that one?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I'll let you know if you need some.
I come up to the great door. Any locks, runes, anything I see like that for that door?
The door to the portal room, or not the portal room, the magical lift.
Yeah, the lift.
So as I said, it's sort of like a big chain, or not a big chain door. What was the word? Like a big grated door. So there's sort of bars that you can slip between, but it would be impossible for a human to do so. You also notice a large padlock on the gate to get in that seems to be humming with a magical power.
Okay, so that thing has like a magical lock. I'm gonna squeeze through onto the lift.
Okay.
Is there anything I notice on here?
I'll say next to the lift, everything seems to be sort of like inactive at the moment. It looks honestly just like a normal marble pedestal to you, or like platform. Next to it, though, there's sort of this glowing pedestal. And that pedestal seems to have a sort of slot in it.
Sort of like a key card of sorts.
Of sorts.
I'd assume. Okay. Alright, I slip back out.
Okay. Sony, give me either a performance or persuasion check.
They're both bad. Let's see. Uh-oh.
And whoever else is in the room, if one of y'all would like to support her in that, you're welcome to, because I assume y'all may have noticed that Aveline was like blank-faced. Or alternatively, Kil'kash or Ray, if y'all want to cause some kind of disturbance to support
Disturbance? You got my attention.
I'm out of snow cones.
I need more.
They cut me off, these bastards.
Whoever would like to support is welcome to.
What are you doing?
What's your plan? What's your plan of attack here?
Please
don't say attack.
Arrest you.
I don't know. I follow the leader, and then I just cause the do the chaos.
Do a dance.
I shit my pants.
No.
Oh, not again.
The bathroom was out of commission.
Kil'kash and Thorn, I swear to God. Something that limit.
I've been holding in this log forever.
When you're making new maps, maybe you need to start putting toilets in all of them, whether they're like indoor or outdoor.
You take bludgeoning damage because you haven't gone to the bathroom in a while.
Is that your actual plan?
No.
Okay, what is it you would like to do?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I just
Do
heard
something.
chaos.
Well, you can't hear them talking, so I'd say you'd probably be pretty pissed off if they cut you off with the snow cones.
Hey! Why am I cut off from my fucking snow cones?
Why are you over there?
Why am I cut off from my snow cones?
The person's trying to say, sir, you're not a child. Please calm down. Only one snow cone per guest. You see her sort of wave to some security, and like the security guard at the door leaves to come and get y'all. And y'all in the meeting room can hear Kil'kash just causing a ruckus outside. After a few minutes, I'll say, Ray, you think you see, as you're sort of sitting in the corner of the room, some movement behind the tinted glass. And about a minute later into Kil'kash's raid, you actually see somebody come through. This time it's somebody in the security outfit, like y'all saw before. But they've got two red swords interlocked under the symbol of sort of the security uniform. You could say, like, these are the bosses, and say, sir, if you're going to continue to cause trouble, we're going to have to ask you to leave.
They were denying me a snow cone. They didn't tell me there was a limit.
Sir, it's just water. Surely it can't be that big of a deal.
I love snow cones.
He just, like, puts his hands to his temples and is like, ugh.
I love
Surely just, can you just give him a snow cone?
Snow cones!
Sir, that's the policy. And he's like, it's not worth our trouble. Just give it to him. All right, roll another d6. unless you'd like to ask specifically for one
You
of
got
the other
blueberry?
flavors. Sir, no, we don't have blueberry.
Excuse me.
Sir, I really don't want to have to escort you out.
What's your best flavor? I want it.
I
You
don't
know
know.
what? Give me a mixture of all. I want a mixture of all.
He just sort of looks at the wizard back there making the shaved ice, and he's like, I don't know. So they just make it taste like fruit punch, and give that to you.
Snow cone! Yay! Thank you. I go back in my corner.
Okay, Aveline, from all the distraction and hullabaloo going on in the main room, you get one more turn of exploring.
One turn.
Without
Okay.
drawing too much attention.
Oh man, one turn to explore. Can I see anything about this vault door here?
Sure. I'll say, yeah, you can move over there. We'll say the security guard who was here probably moved into the teller area when he heard the commotion.
Okay.
Interestingly, with the vault door, while the locking mechanism looks far more complex, like in appearance, you don't actually sense any magic coming from this lock, indicating to you that actually they're more worried about security to this door than this door, despite its appearance.
Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I just like to stare at this guy again. This security guard. What is he? What does he look like?
I mean, he's a guy.
He's a guy. He's
He's a
human?
guy. Sure.
Okay, how well equipped is he?
You noticed this on the way in, but whereas you saw the guards sort of outside, wearing basic like chainmail and having like swords and shields and stuff, these guys seem to be pretty decked out.
Okay.
From what you can tell, like they've got some pretty damn nasty looking weapons, as well as what you can only assume to be sort of like enchanted magic armor and things like that.
Okay. Alright. So he does have magical weapons of sorts. Alright.
He's a magic man.
Magic man.
Most notably, as I've said before, all the bank staff seem to have uniforms on. For ease of explaining, we'll say that like the administrative staff people have the symbol of the bank, and it's largely in green. And sort of the elite person that y'all spoke to, as if you recall, had gold wreaths on either side of the symbol. The military folks, theirs tend to be like a red uniform, or the symbol seems to be more red. And the elite one that Kil'kash saw had like 2 crossed swords underneath it.
Okay.
The guy at the door doesn't have those swords. Seems like it's just a normal uniform.
Okay. Alright. Good enough.
Cool.
I got another method if you guys need another distraction.
I think at this point,
It's probably
the story would probably be about to be wrapped up. So, up to you if you want to push it some more. I'll probably just flip a coin to see what happens.
Muffin Snow Cone. Part 2.
So, like, do I tell you my plan and then you flip a coin, or do I just do my thing?
I mean, up to... I think Aveline at this point would recognize she's been gone for a while.
Yeah, I'd probably...
And she's gone... She would know she's pushing it at this point. Like, whether she comes back or not. Because ultimately, like, you're causing the distraction out there, but she's the one who's at risk of being discovered.
Yeah, at this point in time, I'd probably put the familiar back to a pocket dimension.
Cool.
Get the drool off your mouth.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, you return, and as you return back to your senses, it seems that Thesera is ending up her story. The old dwarf man just sort of nods his head and looks at the rest of y'all and says, "Well, I'd say that review was quite satisfactory. Well, need final approval, but If y'all give us about 30 minutes or so, I'll take these findings up to the CEO, and we'll have a designation here for you in a moment.
Only 30
Alrighty.
minutes? Wow, that's much better than Baldur's Gate.
That's much better than real banks. He just sort of nods his head and says, be back with you in just a moment.
Sounds good.
He
Thank
leaves. Y'all are now left in the room alone, and you can still hear Kil'kash sort of causing. Or what was your second plan, Muffin? We'll say you're in the process of implementing this second plan.
I was as soon as I finished digesting my second snow cone, my gut started bubbling. I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna have diarrhea. This fucking wizard poisoned my snow cone. As I dash for the toilet.
Okay, y'all hear somebody scream that y'all think sounded a lot like Kil'kash. This damn wizard poisoned my snow cone.
He's got the
He got the runs.
He's got the stomach bubbles.
Hear like footsteps just pounding as it starts running in y'all's direction.
A poor toilet.
Gosh.
But y'all are left in the room by yourselves for now. You're welcome to get Kil'kash and Ray in here, or just chill where you are.
I think I'll just sit where I am and wait, but I'll just observe everything in the room if there's anything sticking out.
Cool. You do notice, as I mentioned before, if you look up in the meeting room, there does seem to be that similar layer of like tinted glass at the top that, kind of looks just like almost like a crystal window or something like that, but you can't see through it, which is strange.
It's a one-way glass. Only they can look onto us.
Yeah, I'd be careful of doing anything if someone is watching from above.
Rats.
Rats. It's all rats. Okay.
It's always been rats.
Anything y'all want to do in the next 30 minutes before he comes back?
I need to go to the bathroom.
All right. Who's taking the top shelf in there? Kil'kash gets one part, Thorn gets the other.
He's saying who's sitting on the top of the toilet and who's sitting on the normal part of the toilet.
Who's up?
Hell no. There's no room for Thorn in here.
He'll just sit on your lap then.
I will
Sit on
punch
his
him out of the
Legs
toilet.
open between you.
Okay. After some time, y'all just sort of spend there. I'll assume y'all seeing the glass. Thesera probably just gives like a nod, and y'all all look up. So y'all decide not to discuss things here. But the old dwarf man returns, and he's got a sort of letter with him, and he says, "Congratulations, you all have been approved for VIP membership. As a reminder, you'll need to have deposited 15,000 gold pieces each year. You'll have 12 months to deposit that amount. Some of the special benefits you get will be we have a sort of backdoor access for our employees and VIP members. Those are still only accessible during our daylight hours, but you'll also have access to some of the back areas, as well as sort of reduced oversight if you would like to access our vault. Any other questions? I can help you all now.
Is this bank a chain? Can we access our money from anywhere?
Oh no, this is unique to Waterdeep.
So you said we have access to the back door and back area. What areas are you talking about exactly?
Oh, I can take you there if you'd like to. Y'all can see where you're able to come in future visits.
That would greatly help. Just so that we know for the future when we come back to pay all this money or make our frequent deposits. I don't think we'd have it all in one go.
Sure thing.
Unless that's how people normally do it.
Yeah, that's fair. Are there any other members of your group here? It seems we've lost some folks.
They're in the bathroom.
We could just tell them.
They're shitting up a storm, and I deeply apologize for their actions.
Ray, Kil'kash, Thorn. Is Thorn actually in the bathroom, or is he in the meeting room? And would the other two of y'all like to join them on sort of this tour?
Yes.
Can I use the VIP bathroom now?
Well, we don't actually have a VIP bathroom. You're welcome to use the staff bathroom. It's a bit nicer if you prefer.
Sure.
Oh no.
We can take you back that way. And while I've got all of you gathered here, what is the name under which y'all would like to place the account?
Growlo.
Somewhere an old dwarf is just sweating. Like, please don't associate me with this.
He's connected through the ring and is like, uh-oh, I can hear
no.
all this.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
The Poobabians.
Is it under one person or would it be under like an adventure group name?
Well, seeing as you all are traveling for a group, I opted for that. But if each 6 of you would like your own individual memberships, that's welcome as well. You can essentially set it up as a group account that's siloed or that everybody would have access to.
It's like a guild bank if we want.
Yeah.
If you would like.
Like little group account.
Can I have some money?
No.
Sir, your balance is 0.
What
take
about
out a
my
loan.
friends?
Seems their balances are 0 as well.
Well, you guys are broke.
Oh, if y'all would like a loan, you're welcome to come back on another day and we can discuss terms.
1,000% interest.
No, nothing like that, sir, especially not for a VIP guest.
1,000,000% interest.
Would you guys like to do a group or a joint account or our own individual?
Joints.
Yeah.
You all recognize that this might be the perfect opportunity to come up with a team name. After all, y'all have been
Belch.
traveling together for some months.
Belch. Alright, let's hear the proposed names.
Kil'kash and the Pussycats.
No.
No.
Damn.
The Blobby 73.
The
Name
Blobby.
Hey, that's my name.
Yeah, but it's the, the Discord server. What did you say at first, Trip?
The Poobabians.
Sounds like the Backyardigans, but the Poobabian.
The companions. It's not great.
Well, it's not all something we have to decide today. He looks back and forth at each of you awkwardly. He's like, it's something we can decide at a later date. For now, we'll just hold it in, how about one of your name? Who is it that I talked to first? And he turns to Aveline and says, ma'am, would you mind providing me with your name? And we'll just put it under that for the time being.
The Sandwich Guild.
So do we have like identification things or no?
Got your face.
Like, do we have like identification cards or anything like that?
He goes, yes, we have, and he hands you what are essentially these thin stone discs. And he says, these will grant you access to various parts of the bank. Again, as a reminder, you'll only be able to access during daylight hours on your own. At night, should you present it to guards, depending on our staffing, they might be able to escort you through the premises. But generally, we encourage our members, even our VIP members, to only come during the day.
Okay. Aveline's gonna put it under a false name. One of her false names.
Okay.
One of her many.
Sure, that's fine.
So they already
I'm
have
just
your
gonna put it back
information.
on the original name, Jay.
Okay. It's Jay. Very well. Well, would you all like to begin the tour then?
Yes, please.
Lovely. He begins to guide you all through the VIP room, or the VIP holding room. He says, anytime y'all would like to have a meeting or anything like that, you're welcome to come here. Assuming the meeting room is in use, we'll keep you all in this room and provide you with refreshments and whatnot before eventually giving you access to the meeting room. Aside from that, it's nothing too fancy. He takes you through this main room. He goes, here's the side door. the staff VIP entrance I mentioned. This is where you'll be able to come in during daylight hours by using the
Okay.
badges provided.
Okay.
Security will always be staffed at the entrance, so you don't have
Oh,
anything
that's
to
good.
worry about in that regard. But he demonstrates for you, and there seems to be, similar to what you noticed, Evelyn, with the pedestal next to the lift, there's one by the door. He says, would you mind? And he takes one of your badges and essentially like places it on top of the pedestal. And then some runes around the door light up and the door springs open. So that's how you'll be able to access it during the day.
Okay.
He says, over here, and he just completely ignores the elevator. And he goes, over here will be the vault. You'll be able to get access to this during the day, and as VIP members, you'll actually gain access to the vault unsupervised. So obviously, with your badges, you'll only be able to access the safes in which your materials are being held.
Oh, that makes sense.
Of course.
What about that door?
Oh, that door? That's nothing to worry about. That just takes us to some of the additional storage facilities.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He nods and sort of waves you on. Back here we have our employee lounge. You can see a number of different people, both in the security as well as the administrative uniforms, just sort of milling about. You do see a couple of the sort of notable people in uniforms, whether it's the sort of higher level of importance administrative staff or the security staff. But there's, I'd say, maybe 6 people total in here, just relaxing. He points to Thorn and says, oh, and this door back here will take you to the staff restroom if you prefer to use that.
Oh, I give like a kind of, oh god, like that kind of look like you shouldn't have said that.
You shouldn't have done that.
There's a bathroom there as well if you prefer to relax and cool off.
No.
I'm gonna go potty.
And then if you all follow me upstairs, I'll show you some of our administrative offices. We have some of the best in Waterdeep.
Oh,
So the guy we're following, does he have like the higher tier administrative stuff?
He does, yes.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so he takes you up. As you'll come up the stairs and enter sort of the lobby area, he points over the direction of the security room. He says, back there, you'll see that we have a number of our security staff housed in that area. They're watching the bank at all times.
Oh, that's good.
Always
all times
watch.
during our operational hours during the day, and then we'll usually have a shift during the night that's sort of just prowling the premises and making sure that nothing untoward happens.
Okay, that's good.
Over in this direction, we have our Magic Services Division, which not only handles magical security for the bank, but also provides free magical identification services if y'all are ever to come across a magical item of unknown origin and need it appraised.
Free appraisal.
Can we use
For
that
our VIP
anytime?
members, yes. As VIP members, you all are able to access it during any of our daylight hours. During the night, aside from the Magical Securities Division, the other members go home.
I'm actually very interested in this since, as adventurers, we stumble upon a lot of magical items. I, in fact, have the staff here. I was wondering if I could get it appraised.
Oh, sure. He says, would you all like me to show you in? Introduce you to the staff?
I
That
would very much appreciate
would be
it.
wonderful.
Sure. He looks at the staff and says, indeed, that seems to be powerful. Where did you say you found it? As he guides you into the door.
It was crafted within the Emerald Enclave itself.
Oh, you don't say. You must be a druid then to be able to attain such an item from the Emerald Enclave.
I guess you can say that.
Oh, interesting. Always been more into sorcery myself, but the druids do have quite a bit of powerful nature magic at their hands. As y'all go into the room, you see a number of different people sort of engaging with different magical devices and things like that. You notice that some are wearing administrative badges, and those are sort of the people he leads you to. All of them are of the sort of second rank, similar to him, with the golden wreaths around their logos. You also see a number of security individuals in here, and in fact, you see one particularly. We'll say it's a larger dragonborn man. Who sort of seems to be giving orders to the different people in the Magic Securities Division. And on his uniform, you see not only does it have the two swords underneath the bottom, but on the back of his uniform, there's a large golden helmet.
What color's the dragonborn?
Red.
Black. Oh.
But rather than leading you to the Magical Security Division, folks, he leads you to the more administrative ones that are just sort of tinkering with magical devices. And he introduces you to a couple of them and says, no need to do it today. I know we're all in a hurry and we want to finish up this tour. But anytime you would like to, you're welcome to come up here and present magical items to our team here. And they'll do what they can to not only identify the item, but give you an accurate appraisal as well.
Oh, it's very good to know.
Of course. Keep in mind that any magical items you deposit with us, if we are the ones who offer that appraisal, that will go towards the $15,000 or 15,000 gold piece deposit required by your VIP membership. The rest of the staff sort of give you a bow and then go back to their work.
If I decide to, I don't know, store any magical items, is that stored down in the bottom floor or up here?
Depending on the rarity of the item, more than likely, we would be holding that in your individual accounts in the safe downstairs.
Okay. So, okay. All right.
Wonderful. For the final part of your tour, where I'll leave you all, let me show you all to the administrative offices. And he leads you over to this room, where you can see a number of people. Everybody in this room has the sort of golden wreath around their administrative label. And as you walk in, you can see somebody leaving the door. And this wasn't actually meant to be a bed, but a big desk. And you see somebody behind the big desk in there wearing a similar uniform. But it's got the gold wreath as well as a crown above the logo. Everybody else in here, though, has just the sort of tier 2, I would call it, like the golden wreath symbols. He sort of just introduces you all to a few folks. There's a head of finance, head of loans, head of investing, all that kind of things. It seems it's like mostly officer level folks that have their offices in here. He says, with that, our tour is over. You're welcome, of course, to explore. Keep in mind that the security offices are only to be accessed by administrative staff and other security members, as well as there's a couple of meeting rooms and whatnot to which you should be sure to reserve ahead of time before use. Otherwise, you're welcome to explore during daytime hours, and we appreciate your service.
Well, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
With that, he sort of opens the door for you all to leave, and I assume y'all will head out the door, and he will get back to work in his office.
So are we by our lonesome now? Just looking around?
I don't know who all came up here. I've only got Sarah and Aveline, but I assume y'all will regroup probably downstairs, or do y'all all just want to leave the bank at this point?
Well, I was more so curious, is the magic area accessible via the staff bathroom below for some shenanigans?
I would say no.
Darn. Okay,
Did
I'm
he-
done pooping.
Talk at all about the stairs down at all?
Nope, he ignored that.
Okay.
You can see over there, though, that door in the corner is guarded by a member, like a tier 2 security member. And the door also seems to be closed off with some sort of pedestal device next to it.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
Cool.
You done in the bathroom yet?
No.
Oh my god. He's ruining that bathroom.
That
The
poor
robot
toilet.
shit's are real.
Disgraceful again.
I need in the bath.
I guess we shall
I
leave
need
for
that
now.
bathroom.
Sure.
I need to use that bathroom.
Do y'all want to head back to just like Adventurers Guild or a tavern or something like that?
Yeah, maybe a tavern.
Aveline would like to use the bathroom.
Big enough for a
She'd
couple
like
of
to
people.
do
Sta-
something
You guys
in the
gonna
bathroom.
staff bath.
stare at each
Okay.
other?
Um,
Oh.
I'm assuming there's
Oh.
here. Yeah, if there's anything else y'all would like to do before leaving, let me know.
Okay.
Um,
I'd like
I-
to analyze the bathroom.
Okay.
Is
What
there
is it
any
you're analyzing?
vents, grates, anything like that in here?
There do seem to be some vents leading to the outdoor against this back wall to ensure that it's getting some fresh air. Besides that, you can see that the bath itself clearly has some outflow, right? So there's a large grate in the middle of the bath that sort of is what's the word I'm looking for? Got some slits in it, essentially, to let like water outflow.
Okay. Okay. And I look up at the ceiling. Anything up there?
Nope.
Okay.
Just a chandelier on the roof for some lighting.
So the vent that goes outside, not that big?
No.
Not human big?
Nope.
Grates in the bath, not human big?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Just
is it weasel
thinking.
big?
It's probably
Weasel could
weasel
probably
big.
fit. Yeah. Maybe we wouldn't try the bath one because weasels, not known to be great water breathers.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Aveline finishes her business in the bathroom.
Cool. Let me drop
I'll take
that
a
off.
snow cone on the way out.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I have a very berry cherry?
A what?
I'd like very berry cherry flavored.
Oh yeah, sure. You can have the. You're like, oh, cherry. Yeah,
No,
sure.
no, it's different. It's very berry cherry.
Oh, okay. She turns around and hands you a cherry.
That's not the same. This is not
Oh,
the same.
I assure you, ma'am, it perhaps it's because it's magical. It is indeed a very berry cherry, shaved ice. Anything
It
else
don't
anybody
smell
wants
very
to do?
berry cherry.
I'll have
Hold on,
maple
guys.
syrup, please.
I got bubble guts. Hold on. Oh God!
They'll
Help!
spend more time in the bathroom than like on that.
Help!
God, I'm just gonna run
What
out.
the fuck?
Yeah.
I go
There's-
to the door
there's-
and look
Pleasure doing
at
business
the
with you. Actually, can we leave through this door over here?
Sure,
To the
if you'd
VIP
like.
exit?
I look peek out the door, look at the security guard, I'm like, hey, you guys are out of TP. I need to wipe my ass.
Sure, this is medieval times. We don't have TP.
Well, I don't know what to fucking call it every time. I need something to
There's
wipe my butt with.
There's a
You guys got
bucket of
nothing.
water right there. You gotta scrub it.
Yeah.
You got some leaves?
Please,
Got water.
what's your left hands for?
You're out of water.
All right, y'all heading out.
Yep.
Whew.
Yeah.
I look at the security guard. I'd be like, I want to go in there for a couple days.
All right.
Couple days.
I'm going to assume I can't do anything, but leaving through that door, I want to nudge Thesera and like nod towards those runes for her to take a look.
Okay. Which ones? The ones around the door or the pedestal that he used to like unlock the door?
The pedestal and the door. I'd like to try to see if I could get her to look at both.
Okay. Sony, do you want Thesera to do like a check? Does she notice that Aveline's sort of gesturing towards those?
If she like nudged me, then yeah, I'll probably like look over.
Okay. How about Aveline gives me a stealth check and Thesera gives me an Arcana check?
I'm gonna use an inspiration for that one.
Okay.
That one.
There we go.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Okay, nat 20. Yeah, you are perfectly able to stealthily sort of guide Thesera to what you want her to do. Sony, I'll say with the 22, you're able to get sort of a look at both. The runes around the door, indeed, as like indicated earlier, are very similar. Again, you're not super familiar with them because they're not druidic, but they seem to be similar to ones you're familiar with about warding off magic or dispelling magic. Whereas the pedestal itself seems to be a sort of, I think the spell is called Knock, that allows you to like open any door. Similarly, it's like a magical lock that allows you to sort of, it's a magical thing that allows you to interact with it to be able to open it by either using magic with it or interacting with the correct magical device. Think of it as like a magical key card.
That's a great spell to have.
Knock.
Yep.
Yep. It's a very
Did we say
interesting.
knock?
Yep. I hate that so
I hate it too. He did it earlier and it got me.
It freaked the hell out of me one time. I thought somebody was like knocking on my apartment door.
I did too, because it starts on my right ear and the door is literally to my right. So
Yeah.
freaking
I think
Oh,
it's
dear
so I
God.
think the spell is called Knock. It essentially achieves a similar effect to that by combining two magic devices. So the couple places you'll have seen those were this VIP entrance here. You saw one not you saw one that's similar to that, like a magical lock to the door to the elevator itself, as well as the stairs going downwards. Cool.
I guess as soon as we leave, I'll just inform Ava on the kind of magic.
okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Amazing. Anything else y'all want to roleplay out or anything? I think we're at a good break point for today.
Are we drinking in the tavern right now?
Yep.
I shout to my crew here. I'm like, let us rejoice. I have a special bottle of Dragonfire wine I would like to crack open for all you.
Oh no.
I was like, we each take our turn doing a swig. I'll go first. I'm like,
Kil'kash,
did?
the thing you drink from, it's just water.
Who touched my wine? Who did it? The only ones that were available at the time were Ray and Aveline. Who touched my wine?
I mean, you also had the night or two at the Adventurers Guild, so you would have had it on you then as well. Or it could be anybody.
Who touched it?
Here,
Oh,
barkeep, can you put this in the freezer
touch
and
it.
put some flavoring in it? I give him the bottle of fire wine.
You have one as well?
No, I take it from Kil'kash and give it to the
No, you
barkeep.
don't.
Like, yep, it's just
I got-
water. Why do you care about it?
I'm grasping the whole of that bottle and I'm pissed someone fucked with my wine. Who did it?
The barkeep is extremely confused as to he's just looking back and forth between each of y'all like,
Nope. Didn't do it. I didn't even know you had that wine.
Bullshit.
Okay,
I wasn't
that's
even there when you bought it.
that is gonna be a deception with disadvantage.
Deception, disadvantage.
I mean, well, A, Muffin just called you out, and B, you 100% knew that.
20,
Oh,
20.
5.
5. Muffin, you're gonna have to do a contested insight check, though.
Was what's my insight? So
He could still roll
that should
lower.
just be a raw d20.
-1. He believes you
Ah, shit,
entirely.
wrong thing.
7.
Oh, barely.
Beats you.
You're pretty sure she's telling a bit of a fib. She knows you had fire wine.
What'd you do with my wine?
I didn't touch it.
I don't believe you.
It was me.
You're dead.
I didn't touch it. Last I saw, we were out. Dragonspire? No. Was it Dragonspire? Was that town? No, it was a different town.
Daggerford?
Daggerford. That's the one. And we were getting things on the cart with Dear Guy. And you went your separate way with your bottle. That's the
Sounds
last
like
I saw.
I saved that bottle for a drinking contest with Midget.
And what
Yeah.
does Ray have to say?
it sounds like you'll have a really nice conversation with Jam.
You're next. Shut up.
Jesus.
I am
Jamna
very
walks in.
passionate about my wine.
Is there any still in the bottle?
It's all water.
All
I
of
smashed
it?
the bottle on the ground because I'm pissed.
Oh my.
My water.
Barkeep's like, sir, please don't just spill things in my bar.
I'll clean up in a minute once I get my answer.
Oh, okay. Calm down.
Which one of you guys did it?
Yeah, this is a crazy way to talk to someone who's bailed you out of jail more than once, but go off.
You were right there with Aveline too, so you're no much better than her.
I'm pretty sure it was Jamna that took it.
I know Jamna didn't take it because I know she's a person of honor and commitment for a drinking contest.
Give me another insight check there, Kil'kash.
I'm just gonna move a few stools down, like away from
11.
him.
Hey, 11. Now
honor.
that you think about it, like, she was a bit sketchy.
I mean, you just met her. Technically.
That was pretty crazy using the word honor and stuff like that.
For literally an
I never
assassin
judge a
of
drinking person of
Didn't
such
she,
caliber.
Never
Didn't she,
judge an
like,
alcoholic.
didn't she like literally admit to killing someone?
That's
yeah.
irrelevant right now.
She's talked all about how she's killed people.
Yeah.
She loves killing people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Either I get an answer in the next 5
this
minutes or
thing.
we're going to have some broken bones.
Why don't we just buy more fire wine
Special.
with our very
That was for my... I bought that for my Blue Dragonborn buddy at the diner. That was a special bottle.
Well, you got the bottle still.
No,
It
it's
broke. I
smashed
threw
on
it
the floor.
Why'd you drop the bottle if it was special?
Because I'm pissed.
Kil'kash looks at the floor and he's like, "Oh shit, that's right."
Just
Well, time to hit the dusty old trail.
You just
Alright,
got here. What?
I think Squeeb did it. That's why he's leaving.
I mean, he is running away.
We was never with us.
Yeah, no, this is the first time you've noticed. So since then, y'all have all been together for several days.
Yeah, we've been together for 4 days now.
Oh my god. I think he took it, Kil'kash.
What happened?
That's why he's running away.
Either someone gives me an answer, you guys are getting broken bones right now.
I heard broken bones. What's going
He
on?
came back.
I'm
Where's
wondering if this would be a
Kil'kash?
great time or a horrible time to show off your new item, Aveline.
Oh, the snake? Or the
The
cloak?
stick?
Nope.
Dang.
You're a little
Yeah, punch
flagging.
this. My what?
You're flagging.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a good time for that. I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. I'm just gonna.
Why are you
blow
hesitating?
My cup.
Squeeb, can you please return his ale? Or wine?
Even if I did, like, how would I have it? It was in a bottle.
Oh, so you know it was in a bottle.
We knew it was in a.
Uh oh, that
Yeah,
sounds
it's
very
that bottle on
suspicious.
the floor right over there.
So,
All right,
Alright, so
we'll leave
my
this
next
adventure for another day. That's Muffin has Kil'kash has his suspicions. He's narrowed it down to a few people. But I think we're gonna call it there for a day because we've been going for a while.
I'll remember
So
this.
thoughts in terms of how the next episode is going. I think y'all kind of have a sense of where it is y'all need to go. Would that be accurate?
Yeah.
Where y'all are trying to go in the bank?
I have a feeling we're gonna probably come in through the back entrance.
How many days
And
do we have left now? Like
have
8 or 7?
Yeah, I think y'all would have like 8 days now.
go up the stairs, disable the magic thing, and then we can, don't have to worry about magic security.
Yep.
Then take the
So-
stairs down.
Who has played the Hitman games before? Or seen those?
I've played a little.
I've played a few.
Are we
So
gonna be bald?
My thought is like in describing the different people and the uniforms they have and such, each of them are also going to have like sort of badges that they carry with them. They give them different access to different areas. And like if you have a certain uniform on, you might not draw suspicion in a different area. So my thought is to try and essentially work your way up to where you can eventually get access to the elevators or to the stairs. Or if you'll find other creative ways of getting in there, great. But there's essentially certain people will have access to those gates and elevators and whatnot. You just got to find a way to get them. That would be my plan for like probably the next session, maybe half a session, depending on how fast it goes. And then the main, like the climax of the chapter will be
Climax.
accessing sort of the secret downstairs area and potentially figuring out what the cultists might be doing down there.
Doing cultist things.
Doing cultist things,
A
hiding
ritual.
vast hoards of wealth. Who knows?
Can't wait to steal it all and pay off that 1,500 gold coins.
No, 15,000.
Is it 15? No.
It was.
15,000.
Damn.
Diddly
Per year.
doos.
What are you doing, Diddler?
Diddly do.
Cool.
Well,
Any questions about what y'all learned today or what the plan will be for next time?
Yeah, I get my answers from my wine.
Indeed.
since we're all grouped up together, are we doing every other week or are we gonna do every weekend?
I think we'll try and do every weekend, and just if you can't show, that's fine. I mean, as y'all saw with 6 people, it's kind of like, well, also this wasn't as combat focused, so inherently it's kind of just whoever wants to participates. In combat, if we have 6 people, my ask will just be, when we've done that before, it can slow down a bit. Just know what you're going to do or think about what you're going to do before it gets to your turn. Because if we're having to wait on people, it's going to take a really long time. But with 6 people, the benefit afforded by that is that 1 or 2 people can miss and we'll be totally fine, which I think should allow us to play every weekend.
What if 6 people miss?
Perfect.
We can play with 3 people. I'm sort of designing it around having more people now. So I think ideally we have at least 4 playing.
Should you
So
still?
1 or 2 people miss, we're fine. 3 is probably pushing it, but we might be able to do it. I'll just have to like tweak the difficulty a little bit if there's going to be combat encounters.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, should you have people, if they can't show up, just say they can't, so then you know for how many people are showing up to scale it?
Please don't just not show up. Please let me know at least a day ahead of time if you can. Like ideally Friday. Like if you're like, hey, I'm making plans this weekend and I'm not going to be able to make it. That'll give me Saturday, Sunday morning to do tweaks to any combat encounters.
That's 2 days, not 1, you liar.
Like a day and a half.
Okay.
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 But yeah, plan will be
Okay.
to go every weekend now. So I'll do my best to have stuff prepared, at least for the rest of this chapter, and probably the next one, without taking any breaks.
Wood can plan his dates with his mom.
Miss Madre.
And for context, it's going to be, I think, this chapter, the next one, and there might be one more before this campaign actually ends. So we're getting pretty close to the end. As a reminder, though, this campaign's technically, the story of it is broken into 2 parts. So for people that would like to continue to play, I have the second part, and we can continue to play the second part. Or if you think that's just a good opportunity for you to drop either temporarily or permanently, no hard feelings.
Alright.
Sound good to everybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
GG's.
GG's. Thank you all for
Rats.
playing. I'll talk to you all
Yep.
later.
So
Rats.
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 Uh-oh.
And he really wants that wine.
The hell? Is still